What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Hip hop culture is inspiring. You know, new music genre that created a lot of great music, great artists, great cultural waves, right? But hip hop is minstrel show, because you see, so many people with the and the ignorant stuff. Let me tap dance for you, boss. Let me say I'm gonna shoot up every black person on the planet. Let me kill my own people and go triple platinum. Let me say I sell drugs to everybody that look like me, but not to nobody that look like you. Let me do that. Let me be on stage so I could yell the word, so I could rap the word nigga, and a crowd of white, Asian, Hispanic people could yell back to me, "That's what I'm talking about, nigga," like that. Yeah, hip hop is evolving. Some could say devolving. But because of all the waves, it has this up and down, this ebb and flow, right? And where this is cool, this isn't. This is cool, this isn't. And every time it gets too soft, it becomes ultra hardcore. When it becomes too hardcore, it becomes very balanced. Then when it gets very balanced, then it gets very soft, and then it goes back up. And now what you're seeing is, you're seeing everybody trying to be something different, but being the same thing. So it looks like hip hop is stagnant because everybody's, it seems like everybody doing the same thing to become. I just want to do. Then you hear people rapping, and you're seeing everybody with the same cadence. I just want to get it to the thing and to the top. Okay, all right, bro. Or if you okay, all right, bro. Everybody sound the same. Hip hop is stagnant in the fact that there's less individuality. It used to be a thing to stand out. That's how you got on. Now the way to get on is to be like everybody else and swear that you're not like everybody else. That's the interesting part about it. Hip hop is for every generation now. It used to be just for the youth, and the youth grew and became parents and grandparents. So now we have different eras of hip hop lovers and listeners, and we have different groups and different. Back in my day it was and back in their day and now you got the whole barbershop conversation. They're coming to America. He ain't gonna never. He said, Joe Louis was the greatest rapper of all time. That's how it's gonna go. Jay-Z was the greatest rapper of all time. But what about Eminem? Every time a black man got to bring up rapping, a white boy got to pull Eminem out of his ass. Eminem was good. He was good. But compared to Jay-Z, he ain't yet. Well, he murdered Jay-Z on that Renegade verse. It's that, right? So it becomes hard to listen to. Hip hop is becoming accepting. I'm not talking about the Lil Nas X thing. That's not what I'm talking about. But you can add that to it, What I'm talking about is, it used to be after a certain age, you aged out. You got to shout out to people like, Drink Champs for giving older rappers their flowers, because that group, which is my age group, people shouted out the generation previously, but didn't give them their due respect. Like KRS-One, doesn't get his due respect. Big Daddy Kane, Biz, Kumo D, people think about LL Cool J because he seems timeless, but people don't realize how, you know, nobody, Run DMC should be timeless too. You know what I'm saying? Um, People forget about, King T, or, the Furious Five, you know, Cool Herc, like Sugar Hill Gang, like that's not, but it's evolving to the point where now people like, man, you can start at any age. That was one of the things, that was one of the great things about 2 Chainz's rise. 2 Chainz would have been far past the age that you're supposed to start as a rapper when he blew. Jay Electronica, his first album came out, it far exceeded the age that you're supposed to have a debut album at. So that's a great thing. Hip hop culture is maybe a bit too informal. I love the culture. I'm still this kind of hip hop attire that I'm in, fitted, you know what I'm saying? Fitted like a motherfucker, boy. But, not athletic well. I'm athletic. You see the guns, boy. You see them, boy. I'm feeling like Hulk Hogan. Feeling like the Road Warriors. What a rush. Like, I'm feeling like that. But don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But when it's time to actually carry ourselves and conduct ourselves like adults of all age groups, it's like we are stagnant in that to be a little bit more grown and classy is like an issue. The gentlemanly part is kind of an issue. Kanye brought, being fly back into it with grown man stuff, but Jay-Z did it after that. But I think 50 does it best by vacillating between the both. Diddy, too. But that's an issue. But you tell me what hip hop is to you, and it's great. It's always been great. I take that back, and it's also been catering to the streets too much, in my opinion, because it seems like a lot of rappers blew who, if I wasn't doing this, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd be in the streets. It's not as diverse as it used to be. Like you don't get your Tribe Called Quest, your PM Dawns, aka Beanie Siegel. I saw that was cold blooded, but Arrested Development. See, that's kind of died down, and there needs to be more and more of that. But that's my thoughts. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.